Hello everyone, welcome to our 22nd lecture, and this lecture is just an extension of earlier lecture, that is theory of arc interruption. In that lecture we have seen different definitions related to circuit interruption, that is restriking voltage, rate of rise of restriking voltage, recovery voltage, transient recovery voltage. Now we'll revise that. Restriking voltage: at the time of zero crossing of the arc current, the arc tries to get quenched. If the deionization process does not achieve enough dielectric strength, the arc restrikes, and the voltage at this instant is known as restriking voltage. Second definition: the arc voltage, the voltage drop across the arc rod because of its resistive nature is known as arc voltage. Owing to its resistive nature, it is in phase with arc current. Current and voltage are in phase as the arc is of resistive nature. Transient recovery voltage: it is defined as high frequency restriking voltage that appears across the contact of circuit breaker just after the arc extinction. Next definition: the rate of rise of restriking voltage. The higher the frequency of the transient voltage, the sharper will the slope of its first voltage rise from zero to peak. The slope of this steepest tangent to the restriking voltage curve is defined as rate of rise of restriking voltage, triple RV. Recovery voltage: the power frequency steady state voltage appearing across the contact of the circuit breaker after final arc extinction is known as a recovery voltage. After final arc extinction, there is a recovery voltage. Now we'll solve one problem based on this in this lecture. Before that, we'll have equation for this rate of rise of restriking voltage and recovery voltage. The TRV developed across the open contact of the circuit breaker is given by Vc is equal to E max into 1 minus cos of omega t, where omega is equal to 1 upon under root LC. 1 upon under root LC. This natural frequency is of the order of 1 to 10 kHz depending on the system condition and the parameter inductor and capacitor, that is L and C. Fn is equal to, this is natural frequency, 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. The maximum value of restriking voltage Vc is equal to 2 E max. Vc is equal to 2 E max at t is equal to pi by omega. Omega will get cancelled. Cos of pi is minus 1, so it is Vc is equal to 2 E max, or occurs at t is equal to pi by omega, or equal to pi under root LC. Triple RV is measured by dividing the first amplitude, by dividing the maximum amplitude of the first peak to the time required to reach the first peak. Triple RV is measured by, it is the ratio of maximum amplitude of the first peak to the time required to reach the first peak, that is triple RV is equal to dVc by dt. Vc is E max into 1 minus cos of omega t. So it is triple RV. So this will be E max omega into sine of omega t. E max into omega into sine of omega t. The maximum triple RV occurs at omega t is equal to pi by 2. Thus at t is equal to pi by 2 under root LC, the value of triple RV is maximum. Triple RV is equal to E max into omega. The peak restriking voltage occurs at Vc is equal to Vc is maximum, that is dVc by dt is equal to 0. Omega t is equal to pi, that is t is equal to pi under root LC. Now we'll see factors affecting this rate of rise of restriking voltage, recovery voltage and TRV. There are 5 factors: power factor of the circuit condition and types of fault, then third is asymmetry of short circuit current, fourth is short line fault, fifth is effect of armature reaction. All these factors are also called as behavioral factors of circuit breaker. First, power factor of the circuit. The instantaneous value of recovery voltage depends upon the power factor of the circuit. This you know. Higher the value of power factor, lower will the lower will be the value of voltage traces across the contacts of the circuit breaker at the time of current zero interruption. So if power factor is high, then voltage trace is less. If power factor is low, then voltage trace is higher. So that means discharging voltage will be more. So if power factor is low, that means in case of inductive and capacitive current, power factor is low, then in that case voltage trace is more, so rate of rise of discharging is more. Okay, so it is difficult. During normal condition of a circuit, the interruption of the load current with high power factor produces low voltage traces, and hence the value of discharging voltage and triple RV is less. So that's why we require higher power factor. However, during the clearance of the fault, which is reactive in nature and with a low power factor 0.2 and of high magnitude, the instantaneous value of recovery voltage is very high. Even the interruption of small value of reactive short circuit current is more difficult compared to the resistive short circuit current. The instantaneous value of recovery voltage is very high at the time of current zero because of low power factor, whereas its value is low for resistive current interruption. Look here power factor is low. Here power factor is low as phi is greater, so power factor is low. Here power factor is high, so here voltage trace is minimum. Here voltage trace is higher. You can see here. Now we'll switch over to the second parameter, circuit condition and type of fault. Circuit condition and type of fault. For the fault, here we have two cases: if fault involves ground and if system is earth or not earth. For a fault not involving ground, that is LL and triple L, or the system itself is not earth, the voltage across the contact of the circuit breaker where the arc extinguish first is 1.5 times the phase voltage. So that means voltage across the contacts of the circuit breaker is higher. That we'll see. For that we'll consider three cases. First is neutral earth and fault. First is neutral earth and fault grounded. Here you can see neutral is earth and we'll consider ground fault. If a fault on the earth system involves ground, LG, double LG, triple LG, the voltage appearing across the contact of the circuit breaker in which the arc extinguish first is only the phase voltage. Look here system is earth, voltage appearing across the contacts of the circuit breaker, across the contact of the system is earth, so contacts of the circuit breaker is only a phase voltage. Now second condition, neutral not earth and fault grounded. Here neutral is not earth and we'll consider ground faults. If a fault on a non-earth system involves the ground, LG, double LG, triple LG, the voltage appearing across the contacts of the circuit breaker in which arc extinguish first is 1.5 times the phase voltage. Here you can see, here it is not earth, so whatever voltage appearing across of the contacts of the circuit breaker is 1.5 times the phase voltage. So here it is increased. Now third case, neutral earth and fault ungrounded. Here neutral is earth, but we will consider ungrounded fault, that means double L, triple L. If the fault on earth system does not involve ground, the voltage appearing across the contacts of the circuit breaker in which arc extinguish first is 1.5 times the phase voltage. Here also it is 1.5 times the phase voltage. That means when it is not earth, voltage is 1.5 times the phase voltage. When fault not involving ground, in that case also phase voltage is 1.5 times the phase voltage. So here voltage is increased. Now third factor, asymmetry of short circuit current. Most fault cases have DC component in that short circuit current, and hence at least one or more phases can be asymmetrical in nature by some degree. This asymmetry also causes effect on triple RV, rate of rise of striking voltage, recovery voltage. With the presence of an asymmetry in the short circuit current to be interrupted, it is possible to set up varying values of recovery voltage at current 0. Look here. Here we have diagrams. Asymmetrical, this is non-sinusoidal, na? So this is asymmetrical fault current due to DC offset. So here we have two loops, major loop and minor loop. If you consider fault here in minor loop, then here asymmetry is less. If you consider fault here, then it is more. As the degree of asymmetry increases, the recovery voltage at the current 0 reduces. It further depends on the interruption, which follows either the major current loop or minor current loop. This is circuit voltage. This is our circuit voltage. If fault is here, then definitely, if fault is here in major loop, fault is in the major loop, then it have more effect. You can see it affects the recovery voltage. It affects the recovery voltage. Here 100% symmetry, the recovery voltage for 100% symmetry at current 0. Recovery voltage is maximum. If 50% asymmetry, then recovery voltage is less. If it is in asymmetrical loop or it is in the major loop, then recovery voltage is less. The next is short line fault. Short line fault is also called as close-in fault, or it is near to the circuit breaker. A short line fault or a fault very close to the line side terminal of circuit breaker enforces a severe duty on circuit breaker. The interruption of a short line fault creates a very high sawtooth shaped TRV on the line side terminal of circuit breaker owing to line side components. On the other hand, at the supply side, the striking voltage is normal. Here source side voltage and here line side voltage is normal, while source side voltage it is increasing. Supply side voltage, this is supply side voltage, it is normal, while at source side voltage it is increasing because fault is near to the circuit breaker terminals. So this will also cause changes in the striking voltage, recovery voltage. This will also affect striking voltage. The TRV is of multiple frequency with very steep triple RV of its initial peak. If the steep triple RV, which can eventually reach several numbers, occurs at the faster rate than the rate at which breakdown strength of the breaker gap increases, the arc reignition will take place. If deionization is less, arc will restrike. If breakdown strength is less, then arc will restrike. Fifth factor is effect of armature reaction. This is less severe, or you can neglect this. The recovery voltage is less than the normal system voltage because of its demagnetization effect of armature reaction. The short circuit current are of lagging power factor and are flowing in the generator windings. They have demagnetizing armature reaction, hence they reduce the terminal voltage. Now you have to solve this problem. I will ask you, okay, a 50 Hz 13.8 kV 3-phase generator with ground and neutral has an inductance of 50 millihenry per phase and is connected to bus bar through a circuit breaker. The capacitance to earth between the generator and the circuit breaker is 0.05 microfarad per phase. Determine the following: maximum restriking voltage 2 into EM. Okay, time for maximum restriking voltage, it is average restriking voltage, maximum restriking voltage divided by time to reach the first peak. It is average restriking voltage. Time for maximum restriking voltage is T is equal to pi by omega. Average restriking voltage up to the first peak is Average striking voltage, maximum striking voltage divided by time to reach the first peak. Frequency of oscillation Fn is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root LC. You have to solve it. Thank you.